Have you ever wondered why some people have an uncanny ability to connect with others, while some struggle with even the basic conversations? It all boils down to the art of communication, an essential skill that goes beyond mere words. Communication is the lifeblood of human interaction, the bridge that connects us to others. It's not just about talking, but also about listening, understanding, and responding appropriately. It's a two-way street that requires a balance of expressing and receiving information. Think about it. You're not just communicating when you're in a meeting or giving a presentation. You're communicating when you're ordering your morning coffee, when you're asking for directions, and even when you're haggling at the local market. Every single interaction you have involves communication. It's the language of life, the currency of human connection, and the bedrock of society. But what makes someone a good communicator? Is it their charisma, their vocabulary, their tone of voice? While these elements can certainly enhance communication, they're not the be-all and end-all. Effective communication is about clarity, empathy, and adaptability. It's about being clear in your message, empathetic in your understanding, and adaptable in your approach. In order to master this art, one must learn to listen with intent, to understand before being understood, and to respond in a way that fosters connection. It's about not just hearing the words, but also understanding the emotions, the intentions, and the underlying messages. It's about not just responding to what's being said, but also to what's being felt. In the upcoming scenes, we'll delve deeper into the art of communication. We'll discuss practical tips and actions for improving your communication skills. We'll explore how to build strong connections, how to harness the power of nonverbal communication, and how to become a communication connoisseur. So get ready to embark on a journey that will transform not just the way you communicate, but also the way you connect with the world around you. Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets to becoming a communication connoisseur. So, what makes communication effective? Let's start with clarity. In the realm of communication, clarity is king. It's about making sure your message is understood. This doesn't mean using a thesaurus to find the most sophisticated words. Rather, it's about using simple, everyday language. Imagine you're explaining something to a friend over coffee. You wouldn't use jargon or complicated sentences, right? You'd keep it simple. That's clarity. Next, we have brevity. Brevity is the soul of wit, as Shakespeare once said. In communication, brevity is about getting your point across in as few words as possible. It's about respecting the listener's time and attention. So before you start speaking or writing, take a moment to organize your thoughts. What's the core of your message? Can you express it in one sentence? If you can, you're on the right track. Then there's empathy. Empathy is about understanding the emotions and perspectives of others. It's about putting yourself in their shoes. When you communicate with empathy, you show that you care about the other person's feelings and experiences. You validate their emotions. This fosters trust and strengthens the bond between you and the listener. So when you're communicating, try to understand the other person's point of view. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I were in their position? Lastly, we have active listening. Active listening is about giving your undivided attention to the speaker. It's about truly hearing what they're saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. When you actively listen, you show respect to the speaker. You make them feel heard and valued. So the next time you're in a conversation, try to really listen. Don't interrupt. Don't mentally prepare your response while the other person is still talking. Just listen. Remember, effective communication begins with understanding, not just hearing. Now, how can we use our communication skills to build strong connections? Building strong connections is about more than just talking. It's about creating a two-way street where both parties feel seen, heard, and understood. And the bedrock for this two-way street? Effective communication. Think about it. We're drawn to people who show a genuine interest in us, who make us feel valued and respected. Showing genuine interest in others is a powerful way to build strong connections. This might mean asking thoughtful questions, showing empathy, or simply just listening. It's not about pretending to be interested. It's about being truly curious about the person in front of you, their experiences, their dreams, their fears. Another key aspect of building strong connections is reliability. This is about following through on your promises. It's about showing up when you say you will, doing what you say you'll do. Reliability builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any strong connection. But let's not forget about expressing gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful connector. It's about acknowledging the efforts of others and showing appreciation for their contributions. It's about saying, I see you, I value you, I appreciate you. And it doesn't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes a simple thank you can go a long way in strengthening a connection. At the end of the day, building strong connections comes down to this: treating others with respect, showing genuine interest, being reliable, and expressing gratitude. It's about creating a safe space where people feel seen, heard, and valued. It's about showing up authentically, vulnerably, and consistently. So take a moment today to think about your connections. Are they strong? Are they meaningful? How can you use your communication skills to deepen these connections? Remember, it's not about having the most connections, it's about having meaningful ones. The strength of your connections depends on the quality of your communication. Did you know that a significant part of our communication is nonverbal? That's right. Our words are only a fraction of the story we tell. Our body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice often reveal more about our thoughts and feelings than our spoken words do. It's like an unspoken language that we all understand, regardless of our cultural background or mother tongue. Imagine you're in a meeting, you're pitching an idea, and your words are confident and persuasive. But what if your posture is slumped, your eyes are darting around the room, and your voice is shaky? Despite your well-chosen words, your nonverbal cues might be screaming, "I'm not confident in what I'm saying," and that could undermine your entire pitch. So how can we improve our nonverbal communication? First, let's talk about body language. Stand tall, shoulders back, head up. This posture exudes confidence and draws people in. When you're seated, avoid crossing your arms or legs, as these poses can seem defensive or closed off. Instead, keep your body open to invite engagement. Next, eye contact. In many cultures, it's a sign of respect and attentiveness. It tells the other person, I'm here, I'm listening, I value what you're saying. But remember, there's a fine line between steady eye contact and a creepy stare, so be mindful of that. Then there are gestures. They can reinforce what you're saying and make your message more memorable. But be careful not to overdo it. Too many gestures can be distracting. Finally, your voice. It's not just about what you say, but also how you say it. Modulate your tone and volume to match your message. A soft voice can convey empathy and understanding, while a strong, steady voice can demonstrate conviction and authority. Remember, nonverbal communication is a powerful tool. It can enhance or undermine your spoken words. It can build strong connections or create barriers. It can express what words can't. Nonverbal communication can speak louder than words. Be mindful of your silent language. So, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about effective communication and building connections. In our journey today, we've delved into the profound world of communication and relationship building. We began by understanding the art of communication, a skill that is as old as humanity itself, yet continues to evolve and shape our interactions every single day. We then explored the fundamentals of effective communication. We learned that it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. The tone, the timing, the choice of words, they all play a critical role. We also learned that effective communication is a two-way street, and the importance of listening cannot be overstated. Remember, the aim is to understand, not just to reply. Then we moved on to building strong connections. We discussed how genuine connections are the bedrock of any successful relationship, be it personal or professional. We emphasized the significance of empathy, authenticity, and respect in fostering these connections. We noted that the quality of our connections often determines the quality of our lives. In our fourth scene, we dived into the power of nonverbal communication. We discovered how our body language, facial expressions, and even the silence between our words can convey volumes. We emphasized that nonverbal cues often speak louder than words and can make or break our interactions. In essence, we've seen that effective communication and relationship building are not merely about speaking eloquently or being a good listener. They are about understanding and respecting the other person's perspective, expressing oneself clearly and authentically, and nurturing meaningful connections through empathy and respect. And so, as we wrap up this enlightening journey, let's carry these insights forward into our daily interactions. Let's strive to be better communicators, better listeners, and above all, better human beings. Remember, the art of communication is the language of leadership. Master it, and you'll be on your way to building strong, meaningful connections.